Hey guys, welcome back to Stone Investments. This video is just going to be a quick midweek recap of a couple stocks that I think has a lot of potential in the upcoming days and the upcoming weeks that anyone could probably add to their watch list for a pretty good swing. I just wanted to go over maybe 4 or 5 stocks that have this criteria. Um, but getting right into it, the first one I wanted to go over was an ETF that I usually go over, which is UGAS and DGAS based on the natural gas futures. I just wanted to go over these ones because, as usual, their charts look pretty interesting. As you guys can see here on the natural gas futures chart, natural gas right now is downtrending, and it has some room to grow around, decline around 2%, and from there, gas would actually go up as that is declining. So overall, natural gas is downtrending, but keep in mind that one can utilize this downtrend as day trades in new gas, as you guys can have day-to-day spikes um, based on the natural gas futures bouncing off several supports. As you guys can see here, it has a lot of supports that it has bouncing off these EMAs, these SMAs, and it has room to go up before it continues downtrend. But overall, it looks like natural gas is declining, so we'll definitely pay more attention to D gas as a swing. But for short term kind of profitability, I would definitely pay attention to you guys as it is bouncing off supports. For example, can bounce off of this support right here at 267 and then go up for that 1% on natural gas, which equates to, I don't know the exact percentage, but will equate to something more significant on you guys. As you guys can see from like maybe right here to right here, maybe around 3%. And it has room to grow around 7% to this previous price point if it breaks this resistance, and then so on and so forth. So for intraday trading, definitely pay attention to you guys in upcoming days and most maybe weeks. We're going stepping away from ETFs for the moment and getting into um, some stocks that have a lot of news around it right now. The first one is Facebook. This has a lot of news going on as of recently. You guys can do some research into the news that's happening with Facebook. But overall, the news, basically based off the news, it's had a pretty rough past couple of days, and it's downtrended about 12%. And I want to call this one out because, of course, it's Facebook. This is a multi-billion-dollar company. It's a reputable company, so of course, this is primed for reversal sometime soon. And naturally, it's a stock market, so it can keep downtrending. And that's why I have this support set here. If it breaks under this support right here, I'll send an alert at or below this price point. If it continues to break past that and keep going lower, it'll show that it's a complete breaking pattern, and then it'll keep going down. But as of right now, if it holds this support, it can actually bounce back, and you have around 10% room to grow from 167 to its previous price point here at 185. Right here now, it closed at around 168, so that's good. And in the upcoming days, we can just see if it's going to keep going down or if it's going to start going up. But definitely watch out for Facebook, as this is definitely something that is going to come back up eventually. Of course, there's always a chance that it doesn't, but just because of the reputation of the company, I do believe the price will come back up. You just have to wait for that sign of an upward confirmation. And of course, don't just trade it now just because it's Facebook, because like I said, it can keep going down. It's a stock market and anything can happen, but definitely keep this on watch, as in the days to come it could turn back around and go back up in the green direction. See, as of right now, overall, it came down quite a bit today, all the way down to this point, which is around 4% today to that low point. And it started to trend back up after that double bottom to around 3%. So this is a pretty solid support. And of course, you saw this on the 4-hour chart. If you mark that, um, you saw this support point all the way back from this point right here, back in September. It was already this support was already established. So if you were trading it today, you probably could have gotten for at a pretty good price, as you seen the double bottom off that support today. and it held that support and it started trending back up. So it looks even Facebook, even though it's a multi-billion-dollar company, it trades also based on a lot of technical analysis and of course more fundamentals, but definitely technical analysis definitely plays a role into this. So definitely watch out for that reversal in days to come. But of course, like I said, it can keep downtrending, so just be aware of that. The next one I wanted to go over is in a similar situation. Oracle. This is another pretty reputable company. Overall today, it didn't do over the recently. It hasn't been doing too well. As you guys can see, it's pretty low, around 12% drop. It's formed a support. It's hit a support around here. It has some ways to go. It has another support here, which can act as a resistance. A resistance here that is confirmed from the past in September as well. And this is another one. I would wait for the upward confirmation. Right now, it's still downtrending, so I wouldn't trade it. But if it bounces off this support at $45 or $46, that would be a good entry point. And then from here to here is around 3% or 4%. And you may not want to trade it there, but if it breaks this resistance here at 47.77, it has a lot of room to grow around 10%, another 10% gain. So definitely watch out for this one. Wait for it to start turning green. Overall, it's pretty negative right now. You can pay attention to the news on this one and wait for this to start reversing. The news probably overall is bad right now, but just based on a technical pattern, just watch out for that once it breaks this resistance right here. So just keep an alert set out for this one. I'll even set an alert right here as well. And the next one is another one, another reputable company, Tesla. If you wanted to get into it for a swing, you should wait for it to come back to 305, 300. And lo and behold, it's back here, truly following its patterns, going up to 360 and then coming back down to 300. It's been following this horizontal pattern for quite some time. Overall, you can see those forming higher, lower highs, as you guys can see from this trend line. So overall, I don't know where this company is going, but if it breaks this 305 resistance support, and then even breaks under that at 292, if it breaks under that as well, then that's overall a very bad sign for a swing trade. But right now, it should hold this support right here, and it should continue to reverse off of this, and you can trade it up to the trend line for around 6%, or even hold it back up to this previous price points if it goes there for around 14%. So just based on those three companies alone, overall you'll have well over 30% return, not including the ETF of you guys, of course, but just those three companies that aren't guaranteed to go back up, but have a higher chance of going back up than a lot of other companies. You have over 30% potential for profit. You can especially see the patterns in Tesla, the way it's been moving horizontally. It's been pretty much confirming this pattern that we're seeing right now. It had this little bounce here for 322, but of course, like we said in the Discord, it didn't hold that, and it came back down. And now it's at a pretty favorable price to enter. Of course, some people may want to hold or wait off, but right now, I would definitely wait for entry. I believe if it continues to trend up, right now it's at 310. Maybe if it hits around, if it breaks like 315, there's slight resistance here, very slight resistance around 315. Hopefully the EMAs will start showing signs of a crossover and an upward trend, and by then, that should be a pretty solid confirmation that it's trending back up, and you could trade that up for, of course, with a reasonable stop loss and managed risk. But once it breaks 315, it'll pretty much show that it's trending back up to its previous price around 360. From there, you can get a pretty solid trade, and of course, set the stop loss and everything the way you can tolerate it. But overall, this has a lot of room to grow. But that's really it. I wanted to make this video short. Just wanted to get these couple stocks out. Put these stocks on your radar. Make sure you guys keep this in mind when you're trading. These stocks have a lot of room to grow for potential swing trades, like for safe, consistent profit. And these stocks can definitely get you that. So that's really it. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just message me in our Discord or in the comments or in private message or anything like that, and I'll be happy to help. But again, thanks for watching and good luck trading.